falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
I'll stand in their way.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Time to reap. Where the wind whispers, you cannot hide! Darkness, charge!
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again, once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Follows you like a shadow! Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
Allow me to see you off.
Darkness, charge!
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return! That which is seized must be repaid.
My purpose has always been incoming!
I underestimated you.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Is this how it feels to be in sync? Darkness, charge!
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy. Receive divinity.
Do not worry. This is nothing.
Abyss flower, bloom.
My strength is not what it was. It's more.
Darkness, charge! Don't worry, I'll do it. Just wait.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return!
The moment of opportunity comes!
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Remember that. Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
Allow me to see you off.
Darkness, charge!
Nothing major.
You just don't learn.
My purpose has always been to protect. Incoming!
Darkness, charge!
Is this how it feels to be in sync? Time to reap. Where the wind whispers.
You cannot hide! Darkness, charge!
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
My strength is not.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Receive divinity.
Do not worry. This
Eternal
is
sleep
nothing.
is not the end. The dead will return!
I'll endure.
Darkness, charge!
You just don't learn.
Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
My purpose has always been.
Allow me to see you off. Abyss flower, bloom.
Sorry to trouble you. I am the blade. The night follows you like a shadow.
Don't worry, I'll do it. Remember that.
My strength is not what it was. It's more.
Incoming! Darkness, charge!
My purpose has always been to protect.
Darkness, charge!
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
Better.
Receive divinity. Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return! That which is seized must be repaid.
Darkness, charge! Remember that!
My strength is not
Incoming!
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Time to reap. Where the wind whispers, you cannot hide! Darkness, charge!
Don't turn back to the Nether Realm.
O death, sleep in peace.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Nether Realm. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. may look scary, but as long...
What's happening?
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with him?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death and...
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Plixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins.
But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of our closest kin with our own hands.
That trial, was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. The only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point?
No. Life and death wait.
You, too, must have had a difficult... We've taken quite the ridiculous journey. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us draw this seemingly... It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day. As desperate spirit, I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia? Yes,
just you shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again, as foretold by the prophecy. Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived. Yes, but unlike that time... Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid, as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to get like a raven butterfly.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing.
Of course. What is...
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Castoris. Castoris, you're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest
From now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds?
I simply find... Indeed. The
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.